Well, we would like to welcome the Dreamers for their presentation. These are some representing some fine young people that I worked with for many years, and we give you a warm and a hearty welcome.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. Well, to start off, I'm Maria.
I'm Margaret.
Hi. So today our purpose is kind of to talk about the DREAM Act and why it's important to us, and give you guys kind of a background about ourselves, and that will kind of explain to you why why we wanted to make a huge impact in people's lives, and why it is very important to us, and especially why it has had an impact in our lives.
Well, I just want to give a little background of why I'm interested. So, I don't want to call it an obstacle, but an experience I had that really reflected and wanted me to help was it was 2010 when my dad decided to take me to work in the fields. Cause I was born here in the United States, but my parents are both immigrants, and so they just wanted to give me an insight into the life of an immigrant working in the fields. So they took me and I worked in the fields picking up strawberries. It was a really hard experience, and I was surrounded by just immigrants. It was full of immigrants, And that, as I was working, I was looking around at just my experience, and it was like, wow, I'm actually very grateful, of all the opportunities I had. There was youth around me, working. They were probably 19, 18. They could be in school, but unfortunately they don't have that opportunity, because they're immigrants. And that, it was just a very powerful, immigrant experience that I lived. And because of that, experience, I was like, wow, I'm actually I am very blessed, first of all, that I have all these opportunities, and I want them to have the same opportunity as I did, to have be successful, have an education, higher education, and just not stop dreaming, because they just stop once they could go to high school, but that's it for them. Then it's what's next? You just have to go to work in the fields or this job that doesn't require any degree. So that's one of the reasons that really impacted me, and I really care for all the youth to have a higher education and go to college and to have a higher position.
I'll also talk about a little experience that I had when I had to move from Ghana. I'm an immigrant. So I moved all the way from Ghana to join my dad here in the United States, just to have a better education and a better life. And it was really tough. It was really hard for me to adapt to the culture and everything, especially the learning style in the classroom. So I remember my first day at Grand High School. My principal just walked to me and he was like, "You have to take a year class because English is a second language." I'm like, okay. So I walked into the classroom and I didn't understand whatever the teacher was teaching. I was lost. But I said to myself, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep doing this. So the teacher also decided to help me in and out of class to improve my English speaking, my writing skills, and all that. And I also put a lot of effort to it. And today, I was really one of the best students in the ESL class, and I was awarded at my high school graduation ceremony. So that is also one of the experience that I will not forget, because I really worked hard to have an education, because I know where I'm coming from. I know my background. I know people that are back home, they need a better education, but there's no one to help them out. But I'm really fortunate to be here and have a better education. Then I have to take the opportunity to do it.
Well, for me, my experience was I grew up with no parents. I had to live in a home with my aunt and her children. And it was very hard. I dedicated myself a lot to school and in my education and sports, doing other curricular activities, dance teams, choir. And I was awarded with all those things, but my family was never really interested in that. It was kind of just of me. It was all in me. do it. It was kind of motivation, and I found motivation through my teachers. Otherwise, in high school, I would have never really got the GPA that I got. I was awarded with the Cesar Chavez Award, which was an honor to me to be represented, especially with, it was a Hispanic community. You know, we all came together and talked about our experiences, and it was nice to talk with people that really can connect with me and really understand. Even though I'm legal, my cousins are not, and they want to get further their education, but they cannot, and they don't have the opportunity to get any scholarships, which doesn't really allow them to go to school, because if they want to go to school, they have to work, but since they don't have documentation, it's like, well, how can they work? So for me, it's like, it motivates me. It tells me, you know, there's people out there, your own family, that want to get an education but are not allowed to, and they can't because of the circumstances that they're presented with, which, you know, are big obstacles that as a community we have to work on. And there's a lot of youth and a lot of the corruption that's going on, and I feel like if most, you know, go down to selling weed, you know, doing all the bad things, and it's because for them, like Darlene mentioned, high school is pretty much it. After high school, there's no more. But if they're presented with an opportunity to further their education and to get ahead and to really better their lives, I feel like they will be motivated, and they will be off the streets. They will find that in themselves, that they can do it and they can be successful, because there's people actually that believe in them. And, you know, the government or whoever can give them money and help them, and I feel like this is why it's very important to me.
Can we give them some love? Is there time for questions? You guys would like some questions?
Where is the Dream Act on a state level and a national level? How can we help you?
Well, from what we know, it has been passed in 17 states, which one of them is Oregon, California, and a few other states. But for us, we kind of want to go with it worldwide. We kind of want, you know, there's not only youth here in Oregon or in California or wherever else it has been passed. There's youth all around the world that need these opportunities. And what we want, you know, is we want to work in the community, kind of reach out to the youth here that need that help, that need that motivation, and we're better than us that, you know, we're youth. We can give them our insights, and they can better connect with us. And also when they speak to adults, it's like, okay, well, they have a better sense of what we're talking about. They've been there, they've experienced it. So I feel like that is where we would, you know.
And also like something that we like discussed and looked at was like there's pros and cons, you know. For example, the government, like they asked like, why do you guys deserve to get an education if you came here without no permission? So it's like, well, if students actually have a higher education, they're gonna be able to, you know, have a better job, a stable job, open businesses, work with banks, you know, put money in the bank. So just, you know, like the government has a reason to help them, you know, and like they're not just gonna do it for free, like they're basically gonna pay back. So nothing's free, and you know, if you really want something, you just have to work hard for it, you know, and they wanna work hard for it, so that's just like a payback, so it's not for free either.
What did you guys meet?
PSU, well, we all just, yeah, PSU. We all come from different neighborhoods and all that, communities, you know, but we all came here and, you know, we talked about it, and, you know, it's crazy, you know, how, like, different girls from, like, different places, you know, and then, but we have the same idea, you know, we want to help, and, like, we, except for Margaret, but, like, Margaret, we're actually, we feel like we were born here, but we still, you know, within our community, we're surrounded by a lot of youth who, like, drop out of high school, you know, because they're like, why should I even try? You know, like, I'm gonna end up working at a fast food restaurant or something like that, so why should I try? And I've been surrounded by those people, you know, my family, I have family members who, like, can't go to college, and I'm like, I care for you guys, you know, I'm like, I don't know what I want to major in yet, but I know that I want to help youth and immigrant families in the future, and this is just, like, the first step, you know, and, like, if we get the help, you know, that's the most important right now, like, we need the help, we need, like, support.
go ahead.
What kind of support, how can we connect with you, those of us that maybe even outside of this forum, what kind of support would really be helpful on a regular basis or one time sort of thing?
Yeah. Well, basically, it's kind of helping us put our ideas out there. I mean, you know, ideas with no work, they're really not going to go anywhere. Like, they kind of just die down. So we kind of just want to put ideas out there, but really enforce them. We really want, you know, help to petition it, to put it out there, to be able to reach out. So not just, you know, have ideas, write them down, and then kind of leave them and let them be forgotten. We kind of just want to, we really actually just want to put them out there and work, you know, to get them out there and to really spread the word.
And I think we also need like financial help. And because we're trying to make some flyers out there to give to like people, like youth everywhere, so they can also support us, like put their heads together and also, you know, be with us. So yeah, it's also financial help.
A lot of things run through my mind. First of all, it's, try not to get emotional because you guys are just awesome. I mean, you know, sometimes in this work that we do, it gets frustrating because we work so hard to see the change that we want, and it's difficult. But I have faith when I look back behind me, the youth, and I believe that someday, you know, down the road with young people like yourselves, we will get there. We will. That change will become reality. So you know, I'm very moved that you're here, and I think it's wonderful, and I honor your courage and your maturity to be doing what you're doing, and to take, you know, ownership, try to make change, and try to educate people. And also biases and what you want to say you graduated from there. So I want to offer my assistance, my help, if anything I can do with work with the legislature. I'm on the Black Studies Advisory Council for the state. So anything that I can do, and I think we're all here probably can speak to that as well. You know, whatever it is, let us know. There's a sheet with our contact info. But I just want to applaud you for your efforts, what you're doing. Encourage you to never give up, to continue to move forward, and you know, go after what you believe in. And the other thing too is you don't have to use the word illegal, because to me, no one's illegal, right? So undocumented, whatever, but you know, that's somebody else's terminology. You know, nobody's illegal. So I just want to thank you for being here. It's really inspiring.
Thank you for coming. Really, I'm proud as an immigrant, and there was also the rest of being undocumented at one point when I was at school, and I came out of it as well. And it is not easy, and I'm probably here not going to your families and parents who fought for you to get to school and to be where you are. And as Sam said, I'll be happy to support you as well in any way. But I will advise you to stay focused in one piece at a time. I will advise you to not look at how can you to be involved in schools, because there's a lot of programs, a lot of initiatives out there trying that can exhaust you, but focus on something that gives what some of our government members or representatives or community who fought for us, we want to share with them our success and the fruit of that fight, which is you, like you. I want also to have maybe part of your dream, organizing connection with other students who their parents or relatives who are undocumented or put in a situation like that, to connect and create some association or something like that, and maybe a conference.
Yeah, I was gonna say with the flyers, our purpose was to kind of put together a meeting where we can talk to youth and to the adults and kind of let them know, hey, you know, you're not alone. We're here. We want to help. We've been there, seen it. You know, and some people they're moved when it's a personal experience, and I feel like that's important. When you have a personal experience, when you have a story to tell, and I believe that, you know, we all have a story to tell, so we want to put it out there and want to let them know that, you know, we want to help them out. And we're here for
And you can do it and you can make a huge difference. Not only here around the world. People need to hear that's what you're doing. And there are lots of people who fought for you stood downtown, even raining or cold, with banners. They deserve to hear this, because this will make them feel good and give them more energy. We need some more energy. Regarding business and money, I would advise you also in the future, just make a budget for what you need and present it to come to us and say, please, we need help with this, what ideas do you have? And we will work on that. And thank you, Uwe. And I applaud you.
So it's very exciting what you guys are doing. And there's just a couple of things I'm wondering about. One is, are you familiar with Alejandra Rincon? She's written a book on immigrant immigrant education rights. So she's actually coming to work with your graduate student cohorts years ago. But she's doing that work out of DC and out of San Francisco. She's actually coming to visit me for a social visit in June. And so this is her life, what she does, and she just did a tour speaking about it. She's actually going to be in Seattle before she comes down here. So if you guys are around in June, I could talk to her and visit. Yeah, so I'll pick up your contact information. And the other thing I'm wondering is, you spoke about coming to a classroom and having challenges with the learning, or with the teaching style, your learning style. I'm just curious, because I teach college, community college, and I'm just curious if you have ever had an opportunity to share your experience with at least one or more instructors, how that works for you. You haven't had it, but it'd be great, yeah.
But then I had the opportunity to give a speech on my high school graduation, so I also kind of shared a little bit about it one-on-one. I'd like to do that.
There's a big event this Saturday, is there not? Do you know about this immigrant support event? It's about supporting the people staying at Tacoma Detention Center. Just wondering if you'd be there.
So we go to school together, and so we have to stay in touch. And I think that I'm gonna be picking up your contact information soon, but
It's in your packet.
I got it. Perfect. We can discuss collaborating on something because I'm excited to keep moving and continue to build a relationship.
And you'll be hearing from me. I was a bilingual and migrant teacher for many years, and I used to tell my students, you know, I'm gonna retire here pretty soon. Who's gonna be here? Which of you is gonna be the new bilingual teacher in this school? And there are a lot of career opportunities in education. So, you'll be hearing from me.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you guys for your time.
Yeah.